Dixie Doggers TV presents. We're fueled by Showtime dog food. If you want your stud dog, your kennel, or your business advertised at the beginning of this, just like you're hearing now, you can contact us at dixiedoggers01@gmail.com or call 205-388-2558. All right, everybody, what's happening? We just got back from Uncle Earl's 2023.
Yes, we did.
Talking about a good trip.
It was.
Man, it was fun. Last year was the first year we got to go. And it was, we had, we just went solely as spectators. Well, not as spectators, but we competed as well. But this year we carried our stuff and we set up as a vendor. And we did good. We had a lot of business. A lot of people came by our booth and hung out with us. A lot of people bought products. We had a good time. But overall, even in the competition part of it, our dogs done really good. And the event went really good.
Yeah.
It's
Earl is always pretty smooth running.
I feel, like I said though, I was talking with Jake, and that's what he said. He said it was just so much fun.
Oh yeah, I still haven't got to stay for the whole week yet. I usually both years I came in on Thursday night, and so I've only got to experience the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But just from that, I can usually tell. It's been a long week. Everybody's tired by the time Friday comes.
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
They're still having a really good time, and the event's still running very smoothly.
Well, we had
a lot more spectators come in on the weekend. I do know
that's where most of the spectators come in. Probably it starts like Thursday, but now we had the threat of weather all week long.
Friday was slower than last year, but it was supposed to be imminent weather.
But it picked up.
Yeah.
Saturday was a good day. Sunday was too, till the rain.
Yeah.
Sunday morning was really good. So we got some of the results and we're not going to go over every single place on the winners, but we've got the first place winners through the events that we had the week. The first one was in puppy class. We had Sunny D, Code Red Kennels. Congratulations to you guys. That little Sunny D puppy's looking really good.
I know I've heard the name, but I don't recall if I've seen it.
I watched it with the puppy class in Old and Young, and also Old and Young split first, second with Rango and Sunny D and Joker and Gus, which is Dirty Dog and Code Red, and then Circle B and Code Red. Those Code Red kids are wearing it out, boy. They are knocking it out. And then the one dog, first place we got Goose, Top Gun Kennels. One Dog Woods event, we had Cabo, Red Skeins. Then the first place in the sportsman class was Legs, dog owned by Shiloh Walker. The sportsman class, it really shined this year. There was quite a few people that showed up, entered dogs that had never got to do this or do any of it. And it's hard to get a trophy or a plaque or anything from Uncle Earl's because there's so much high-end competition.
Yeah.
And it's also one of those where any dog could win it. Oh, yeah. You never know because it's a whole different playing field. It's not the little regular backyard bay, and it's not your normal competition bay. It's a little different. So, but the sportsman class has really just opened it up to a lot of woods hunters. Because last year I talked to a lot of guys that woods hunt, and they were still on I'm not running my body, And this year it was more along the lines of, well, shit, hell, if we can put our dog in there and they do pretty good, and they see somebody else's dog doing good, so they're like, well, hell, we'll try it, and then look at what happens, It
goes from being a spectator to, hey, I'm part of this competition.
Exactly, and what that does is move my fan so it don't blow in the microphone. And what that does is it leads to a future a future competitor, hopefully, So, but I just wanted to give a big shout out on that. The sportsman class, it really shined this year because there were some good dogs. in the sportsman class. Dogs that had never done this, they were showing out. Then in the 2-dog woods, we had Clyde and Pug Nasty. Colton and Peyton Boyce, congratulations to y'all. I think that's the first time they hit anything.
Yeah, that was the first 10.
Yeah, first 10 that Colton's had, and got it with the Woods Dogs, and got him a nice trophy and everything. In the 2-dog, we got Little Joe and Grumpy, 3R Kids, and Rhett Maynard. Dude, that was like I guess kind of like the underdog story almost, but not, because the dogs were really, really good.
Anything from 3R.
Yeah, Jake Robertson and Rhett Maynard, those boys were. And I noticed so many times they were there with Colton and Case and other kids, and kind of coaching them along and helping.
And Rhett, he's pinhelp, right?
Yeah, Rhett was out there chasing pigs. He's doing a lot of work.
He had a long way. He does a really good job.
I'm proud. I'm proud for you. There's a lot of, I don't know who's calling them, Utah. There's a lot of people that were pulling for you guys, and the dogs done their part. So congratulations. Youth Bay, we had Smiley and Medea, Kenzie Killian, and Clayton Kep. I think that was Medea's last run.
Yep, they retired.
Medea's been around a long time. For you guys that have been in the Bay Pen stuff, y'all probably know Medea. Charles Kep's dog, and Clayton it's Clayton's dog, I think. But either way, everybody knows Charles probably better than Clayton. Clayton's young, and he's coming up, and he handles really good. He's got some good dogs, and I'm telling you, he works the pen out there in Tyler. That boy's top hand pen help there. I'm telling you, he ain't scared of none of them hogs. Like I know the other guys that do work pen help. Most of them are older, and I know they're not really scared, but they respect the hog, and they try to watch it. Look, I seen Clayton open the door, crawl in there with 30 of them in the chute, and be like, just kick them, get out of the way. He ain't worried about it. Get that ass out the way. Tough. And then we had the best of the best.
Yes, man. Eric.
Yes, sir. It was coming a monsoon.
Yeah, I think it was almost a foot of water.
There was hail. Yeah. Logan Campbell done got down to the kilt. He was working in the pen.
That's it. Just the kilt.
And I can't remember her name. She was with Logan Campbell. She got out there and helped too. It was definitely some inclement weather. It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
But Wolfman, he hung in there and laid it down, and they came home with a win. So, congratulations to all the winners. That's what this episode here is. Kind of just a recap of what all happened. The good and the bad, and then we're also gonna do another one. And if it's not, it'll be a separate one, but it'll roll right over into this, where I'll get Rodney on here, and we're gonna sit and talk some shit and carry on, talk about some, what he thought about it, because he actually he ran Matt and got a 8th place finish, so that was his first time he's won anything as well. So that, like I said, the sportsman class has really opened up some doors for people. So, but there was quite a few vendors. The food's good as usual.
Oh yeah.
Cajun Camp, they were throwing down. I didn't actually get to go up there and sit
They
down.
had the best potato salad I've ever eaten in my life.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't even get to go up there and sit down, but there was a couple of times that somebody brought me a plate down or something. But Slick, he took care of me. He cooked a couple different times.
Slick Willie.
And I'm telling you, I've asked him to cook. My man can cook. They had a cook-off on some ribs between him and Mr. Ricky Campbell. And I can't say whose was better, because, went up there and ate both of them. There was no complaints. Not on my end at all. And me, I'm real weird about stuff. Let's see, Willie's he had sauce on his. Ricky didn't have any sauce on his. I favor dry ribs more.
Yeah.
But to have sauce, Willie's was just, it was phenomenal too. So it's like,
sauce is one of the things.
you gotta be careful with it.
Yeah, because like with dry ribs, typically like can dry out, so that's a big issue. Or
They
you have
weren't
wet ribs
good.
where they're too sloppy. They're almost slimy. Like the sauce is cooked down too much, and it's like gelatinous. And I don't know.
No, it wasn't nothing like that. It was really good. Let's see what else do we have going. Spencer Brunson played, had a good little concert. He played there already once earlier in the week, and then when Goose won the one dog, I think Randy got him back over there at his camp. We went up there and hung out for a while that night. I don't know. We stayed till probably midnight, 1 o'clock, and then we left. So I had to get to the house to get some rest. But what else did we have going on? We had the WWE Thunder match between Seth Hadenfield, Jimmy Frank.
Yeah, I missed that.
I did. It was beautiful. Two of my buds, they had a disagreement. We're not going to get into all of it, but should have had a break stick. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to maintain my composure. He got started over there under the tent, then he came out, and then Seth stopped and was talking to me. Well, Jimmy Frank stopped, said something, and he really wasn't antagonizing or nothing, but Seth was all hopped up and wound up. And so he grabbed Jimmy, and they started rolling around. Well, then they rolled up under the tent. We moved the table, tried to just give them room. I said, look, let them finish this shit out, you know. Well, so then we broke them up before they knocked all their stuff down. Seth had Jimmy Frank under the arm right here. And I'm talking about the Pitbull 2000 lock on him.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Frank bit Seth on the ear.
Yeah. I mean,
and he had teeth. You can see teeth marks.
Seth had red teeth marks.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good match. Both of them were scratching. I ain't gonna say it was a fight because I don't know what it was, but it was a lot of rolling around, kicking and biting and scratching. And I'm fine with that, and I'm proud of y'all guys. Y'all did good. Keep it up.
I'd much rather see that than two grown men sitting over there bumping chest, acting like they're gonna kiss each other, screaming in each other's face.
Yeah, there really wasn't no bunch of hollering and screaming. They just, went ahead and got at it. I respect that a whole lot more. If y'all got to do that again or whatever, though, but next time let's just kind of ease over somewhere else where there's not a lot of people, which it really wasn't. It wasn't bad. It was later in the evening. Everybody done left. So it was kind of, I'm not going to say settling down because it was not settling down at all, but it was fun. It was definitely a good time. They brought a couple kegs of beer down and set it right there at our tent. Shout out to Uncle Pat for stopping by and dropping it off. And then shout out to Big James. You come and got the keg and floated that summit by yourself. My man can drink some beer. That's for sure.
That's a lot of beer.
Oh, yeah. Ain't no doubt. But like I said, the weather held off. Everything done pretty good. Overall, I'm going to give it about a 9.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. The only way it could have got the only reason I say a 9.9 out of a 10 is because somebody stole the High Point dog box. That kind of just, woo, I hate that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you take it? That's just stupid. I mean, if you need a dog box, I need a dog box. Like, I mean, for real. But I would never take anything from anyone out of. There was just a couple little bullshit deals like that I seen. And hey, to each their own. That's their business. They can do what they want. But, I guess I'm different. I don't let it get under my skin that bad on a lot of this stuff. We're just supposed to be having fun. It shouldn't be that damn outrageous to where you lose friendships and relationships over something. Like I said, it's supposed to just be having a good time.
Exactly.
I hope they find out whoever done it. But other than that, that's the only thing I see.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. As far as like bad things that happen, other than that, it's kind of shitty when all the rain was going out and everybody's trying to leave Sunday. A lot of the big rigs and the horse trailers were getting stuck, so that was a mess. But everybody got out. When I drove through that small tornado going to Kirsten's house, that was not fun. That
it was bad.
That was scary. First time I ever had my car slide on the road when I had my foot on the brake. It did not go forward. It went to the left. I was almost in the ditch, and then I was in the center of the road. I was like, I need to leave. What I need to do. But other than that, it was a great time. That was about my only down point. I was like bitching about the weather in Louisiana, and I was like, maybe I should bitch less about the weather because apparently it can here.
Yeah, it was bad. We were right behind you, which where you pulled over, we just kept going straight.
Yeah, moved through. Whatever, because it was just rain.
No, it was bad.
Spinning.
That's what I said. We couldn't drive. Like, I mean, you were going like just idling basically. I really should have probably pulled over, but like having the truck with the trailer and all that stuff on it, with that much weight, it kind of keeps it a little more stable unless it gets out of hand, tornado weather. But like I said, it rained though. Jesus Christ. I'm talking about a lot.
Yeah. I think Sunday it rained like 2 inches. Or like at least an inch.
Oh, it's probably 5 or 6 inches because it didn't stop. Like, I mean, it all night long right there where we were at, it flooded everything. And we wasn't that far from y'all. Well, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was bad. So, I mean, like I said, but at the same time, it was supposed to have been doing that all week. Yeah. Or all toward the end of the week, and it held out. So that was a good thing. It held out that long, so that way we could continue on to get the show done. Not a lot of issues with the weather or anything like that. Like I said, it was a good damn time. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
If I don't know how you're gonna be able to, how can we top it next year? That's the next thing is, where do we go from here? Yeah. We had the bench show too. Forgot about that. Yeah. We had the bench show in there, and that worked out good. There was a lot of people that participated. I think next year they'll probably have it off to the side, have it going at the same time, and have it to where, if you participate in it, then, because this time they've done it right in the middle of the arena.
Yeah.
And doing it right in the middle of the arena, we had to do it in between one event to the next or one class to the next.
Yeah.
So that's just, maybe like you said, next year we'll get it where we'll situate it to where we can do it different.
Yeah. Might grow too.
Do what? Oh, I don't know. But we got some. Where's Joe? So, okay. But anyway, we had somebody come in while we were recording. But I think if we continue on the way we're going, we're definitely going in the right direction. You just got to have the support, and you got to be able to keep it to where the functionality of it works.
I definitely feel like it's getting more and more where there's a little bit for everybody to do more consistently.
Yes.
Like with the sportsman's class, with the woods class options, with the dog show.
Yes.
It gives everybody something to do, just enough besides just being a spectator and just going and hanging out with people, which, I mean, I know that's enough to keep a lot of people busy. But like I said, it's the difference just being a spectator and then physically getting involved with the competition. It makes you feel more a part of it, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So once you become involved in it, then you are part of it. You're not just going to watch.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things that, once we got started doing it, and we went to a couple of them, and we kind of hung out, we watched, and we ran a dog, and then it got to where we were running a few more. And then it got to where it's, that's all we're doing, now.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And so with the, having your own stuff in there and participating like that, it's just like sitting in the stands and watching that. It's not a bad deal at all because I've done that. But
And my favorite thing, so just going out there taking pictures and talking with some of like the Woods Dogs guys, and they're like, yeah, they've never been independent. Like, oh, they're finna burn this pig up. This ain't gonna be nothing. And those dogs go in there, and I'm not shitting on nobody because I also saw enough Wood people who were like, they had the inverse reaction. Their dogs did go in there and they did burn it up. But there's more that go in there and do very little to nothing. And it's just very funny because I'm like, well, like, has your dog ever been around this many people or stuff like that? And they're like, no, that's not going to bother them or something like that. I'm like, okay. And then they get stomping mad because their dog's like just looking around at all the people.
Well, it's because it's trying to live up to their ego.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hardest thing is a dog trying to live up to you.
I feel like somebody could probably make a lot of hustle money just betting Woods Dogs hunters being like, I bet you $10 he won't.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of them that are just extremely, extremely confident, and they don't. And like I try to talk with them about it. I'm like, well, if they don't go in there, don't be surprised because it happens. It happens to plenty of Woods Dogs because it's completely different. It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. They don't think, and that's the issue, and that's what separates competitors from most, and I'm not saying all of them by no means, but for most of the guys who have Woods Dogs or who owns Woods Dogs, that's just like in the coon hunting world. You have guys that are like, I'm not doing competition hunts. It's this or this or this. Well, no, it's because you don't know how to do it. That's the main thing. You don't know what you're doing, and if you do, then you're probably going to lose. You're the only way you're going to win is if you just go in there and you have a phenomenal dog and you get lucky and you hit it right off the bat. Yeah. Other than that, you've got to put in your time and your diligence. You got to do that. These guys go in there and they expect this dog to do what it's doing in the woods. My dog stays bathed for an hour. Yes, it does, but it is not standing there this far from that hog, taking his ass, getting ass whooping constantly, bam, 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 over and over and over. It can go over and lay down. It can take a break. You don't get to see what the dog's doing in the woods most of the time. I saw one Woods class dog that was almost comparable. I saw one Woods class dog that was almost comparable to a pro dog. And he was almost. I seen 2 or 3. I didn't watch as many. I seen one that was actually, I thought was a pro dog. Yeah. His name was Matt. And that's without a doubt 100%. Because it shocked me. I was like, oh my God. But that was his first, that was his first, there was a 10, there was a 10 on him. Oh, yeah. That's why I said the way he looked. That's what I'm saying. He's not. Yeah, he's not by no means. Like first time ever. Those dogs have been in pens too. Those guys that said my dog ain't never been in a bait pen or all that, they're full of shit. They do them at their house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand that, but I'm just saying it is too, and it's not. But well, like I only saw one, and that was that 12 dog, and he did. I think I scored him like a 9.7. I don't know what he had actually scored 9.7, 9.8 at his first run with new people. Well, where has he been in the pen at for? I got the video shows him in. Yeah, he's ran at Nixon. That's right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's been in it. But at the same time, it don't matter. He's still a Woods dog. Oh, yeah. At all. Because, and he done good. You done a really good job every run, not just one. That's what I said. Yeah. I seen a couple that were that legs dog. I mean, it's a good, solid dog. It was quite a few. I've noticed though that it seems like a lot of the hounds switch over pretty easy. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I've had hounds in the past. I always stayed away from them. When I was younger, that's all I had. I mean, it's all we had, period, for years. I mean, we had game dogs, that's a whole different deal. But for hunt dogs, it was all just hounds. And I remember, like, you could cut their damn legs off, cut their head off, whatever, and they still want to go. Yeah. That's the difference. You get a good, strong hound, you can't stop them. They don't care where it's at. If it's in the middle of the highway, they just want to go. I saw a black hound. I'm assuming it was a plot by Red Skeins. No, it's probably black and tan. I don't know. Was it? This thing is jet black. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Was that it was Super Freak dog? Yeah, that son of a bitch is bad. Yeah, That is.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
The pig, he's literally just sitting here like his mouth on the pig, just, and the pig is whooping, and he's just freaking out.
He don't
He's just
care.
insanely just obsessed.
The drive.
Yes, it is impressive. And the Walker dog that was with him was also phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't bang as tight, which is probably good for his health and longevity because he's not getting the shit kicked out of him constantly. But those were a couple hounds that looked really good. I think I did watch the Legs dog one time. I think they had ran it in Two Dogs Woods class and ran it with another dog, but I think that dog, all the people were messing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And she still went up there and bayed pretty good. I think I did watch her. And she looked good. She just kept looking back at the other dog, but I mean, I would too.
Well, yeah, because they don't know.
This one then?
That's if you had and going into a place that's that big, you know, the dogs that take to it like that. Imagine what they do in the smaller scenario.
Oh yeah, or Hickory Crossing.
That's what. Well, yeah. I mean, Hickory's their pen's big.
Yeah.
But with the woods and all that. But like I said, like you go to Downsville, I'd almost bet that you like that Legs dog and them, they would just be. They'd look like pro dogs, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It would really flip. It really flip a switch on them, especially. I mean, I know that one thing, you know, everybody talks about all the people and everything going on. Yes and no. Just from my point of view, doesn't mean it's right by no means. But at Earl's, when you go in there, you've got this huge arena that there's not really many people there, and you walk through a few people and you turn them loose, and it's a big area, so it's not scrunched down. You take some of the smaller pens, the people are closer. Like you go to Downsville, you got to walk through everybody to get there, and then once the dog gets in there, you know, that's where your concentration is going to come in. But at the same time, you know, how do you know how they would react unless you take them?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm hoping they bring some of them. It's
a devil's advocate, and you got to see. There's only one way to find out.
You got to do it. You got to do it. Yeah. I wish they would, like Shiloh, you know, I'd like to see him bring them. Yeah. And just see what the difference would be from there compared, you know. And then with, like Carter, with that 12 dog, with a 1-2 on them, and them smaller pens. I mean, if that dog's if that dog's first time being in a big pen like Earl's, and it runs 9.7, 9.8, and like I said, it's been in and there's a lot of these dogs. Like I said, I don't mean like they're competing. It's like I said, it's the same, but it's not the same. Yeah. But they've been in a pen before. Oh yeah. Now I know dogs that have solely never seen a pen. And go in there, and they won't look at a hog. They won't touch a hog because you're not supposed to. It's already caught. Yeah. It's in control. Yeah. Leave it alone.
And I've noticed for people that have a lot more live capture states, their dogs
they don't mess with it
as good because they're like,
well, not supposed to.
Why do I need to go bathe this pig? You got him in the pen. We got all these people here. Looks like you got
caught.
Him. Yeah, you got him.
Well, they don't. Well, that's what you do. You train your dog. You don't want your dog going out there fucking barking at the pigs all damn day.
And I would say that's one of the 3 most common things. So, and a lot of times, so they're either looking at the people in the stands or they're looking at the people that they came in with.
Yeah.
So, like standing there at that gate, that swinging of the gate, and because it's just so much so fast versus already having the door open, then letting the hog out and watching that hog come out of the chute and letting the dog see that. I've seen that help a lot of woods hunters. And for the ones that aren't skittish, yeah, you can just run them like you would a normal pen dog. But I found that a lot of woods hunters that will actually open the gate, get the dog set in the pen, and then let the hog in. That helps a lot because the dog is like, oh, this is what we're doing versus, oh, we're in a pen. It's like, oh, shit, what's happening? Oh, there's a pig over there.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Because there's, I don't know, it's just weird because you get some dogs that they have no problems doing any of it. Does not matter. All they want to do is go. And then you get some dogs that are real peculiar, real weird, odd. Yeah. And these dogs do great in the woods. Yeah. But then you would think that, most dogs are friendly, want petting and all that stuff, that they would do okay around a lot of people, but they don't, man. It just locks them down.
But you take like Eminem, like my dog.
Yes.
But he's Catahoula, so that's probably his number one problem with him.
Yeah.
I love Catahoulas, but sometimes I hate them. It's like a hound.
Yep.
But because they're weird. Like if I have Eminem on a leash, he's probably not gonna. He might bark at somebody, perfectly fine. But I found out at Uncle Earl's, you put him in a crate or tie him up, and when you leave, he's going to try and bite somebody.
Yep.
Which makes no sense.
Which a lot of times, people shouldn't just walk up and just like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Jump down there at your dog.
They think it's a young dog that's always going to see it. It's like, well, I mean,
he doesn't know you.
Oh yeah.
He's a house dog.
Yeah. So it's one of those
Or stays in the house.
Yeah, it's one of those dual-edged things. It's like, well, I'm fine with him saying, hey, this is my space with strangers. But like, if we're all together somewhere, you better get the picture that everybody here's cool. So mind your manners. Don't be yelling at nobody. Don't be being a dickhead.
And like I said, that's what I was telling you when it first couple of times it happened. I was like, so he's not booger barking either. Like he's gonna bite somebody if they stick their hand in there.
Yes.
So don't stick your hand in there.
Yes.
So we moved him. We got him over here by himself to the back side of the truck, out of the way, and then people still came around there trying to do it and like leave him alone.
Which I found out his aunt, apparently whenever you put her on a leash or on a chain or in a dog box, if you don't own her or she don't
There's a lot of dogs like that.
Yeah.
And I don't see anything wrong with it.
I personally never handled one. So my only concern is just him biting a kid.
Mm-hmm.
A grown ass man being a dumb dickhead. I mean, like, even if it was the kid's fault, I'm still going to feel horrible if my dog bit a child, even if he just nipped her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, I can't.
Now you understand why when y'all were little, it was like, don't touch that dog. Leave that dog alone.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter whose dog it is. Leave it alone.
Exactly.
If the dog's up there jumping around, wagging his tail, trying to lick you and all that, and if the owner says it's okay, then you can pet him. Other than that, people teach your kids some manners.
And it's so odd because I could cut Eminem loose, take him out of the dog box, and he'd lick everybody in the face.
That's fine, but that's a defense mechanism.
And then my dog Louie, the kennel cur, he's in a dog box. You stick I've seen multiple people stick their hand in there and pet Louie. But if you put him on a leash, you don't want you to pet him. He's the exact opposite. I was like, these dogs are blowing my mind. It goes in the psychology of a dog. And it's just
a dog's going to be a dog.
You never know.
You never know what they're going to do. They're just dogs.
I found that very odd because I was expecting Louie to be the one, like, I got to watch him. He might be the one to bite somebody because he's like,
yeah, but he did. I mean, like, he was fine.
Yeah, if he don't want you to pet him, he'll just kind of turn around.
Yep.
He's like, don't touch me. But he's never going to really be defensive.
No, he's not. Like I said, he's not, like, doesn't have the same mentality that Eminem does.
Which I also have these puppies since they're 8 weeks old, and they're simultaneously my house dogs. So it's like, I know these dogs. I spend a lot of time with them, and I just had never seen Eminem be aggressive towards anybody. And I was like, it just like blew my mind. I was like, I didn't even know he had that in him.
Oh, yeah,
but
he
the good
does.
side of that is, when my fiance, soon to be wife, if she rode around and like wanted him as a ride-along partner, I could trust him with her. Because, hey, if somebody touches her, he likes her more than me.
Yeah, he'll probably eat him alive.
And that doesn't bother me.
No, that's the whole reason, like we done Lily, I had her. So, and I mean, I came in one morning, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and Lily was asleep, like passed out, snoring. And so I just eased the bedroom door open. I was taking my boot off, and my boot hit the floor. And if I hadn't grabbed her by each side of the head, I'd have been bit. But I can't get mad at her because that's what it was. That's what it was for. I stayed gone, and if I was gone all for a night or two, I wanted to make sure that I had her there for protection. She was not just like gonna bite anyone.
Yeah,
she was actually a personal protection. I mean, a full trained dog.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
people walk up the steps and knock on the door, and she would sit there.
She won't bark.
Wouldn't bark. And then when they opened, she would look who it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's been a few times where I'm like, she doesn't know them, I better calm back.
Yep.
She's not going to just watch them come by.
She's not going to bark. Yeah, she's going to hit you.
Well, she tried to bite her cousin that one morning.
Yeah. Well, she stuck her, the glass got knocked out. She's going to stick her arm through the door. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Almost bit Wayne that one time. He just knocked on the door and just opened it up and come on in.
Yeah. No, he didn't even knock.
Oh, yeah.
He opened the door and hollered about that time, and that was it. And that's what you get. Like I said earlier, get some
dog in the house that fights.
Learn.
This is not your house. This is that dog's house.
Exactly. I would tell everybody, they was like, you need to put her up. I was like, no, you need to leave.
Yeah,
I didn't ask you to come over here. Yeah, I'm an asshole. And look, I don't care.
My dog's an asshole.
It's my house. I'm one of those, you know how I am about that stuff. I'm like, just don't just show up unannounced.
Yeah.
We have a phone. They work. You can call or text or whatever.
I'm not answering. I'm either dead or
That's
busy.
right. Something's wrong. Just stop. So,
Yeah.
but like I said, overall, Uncle Earl's good week, great week. I'll be there every time.
The Oklahoma trash mixture, or what is the wager that you and Ed?
I don't know. Well, me and Logan were talking about it, but I guess it's him, Ed, and Tanner. They got it started about getting a dog from up there on Dog Trader Hill or Dog Trader Row under $100, and then we'll meet up here whenever, and we'll have a hunt and see whose trashy dog does the best. And like I said, Ed, Tanner, and Logan were talking about it, and then Logan came down and said something to me about it, and I told him, I said, hey, yeah, I'll go too, if you want to. And that's when he said, yeah, he said, I want you to get one and see what you can do. So I don't know. Well, he lost his. Well, he wound up tracking it down with his pups.
Yeah.
Timid Bob, biting Bob.
Hey, he didn't bite him when you called him in the video. I'll say that. Bob let him kick. Bob.
Well, he bit the hell out of him the first day. Chewed him up. So
I'm just more impressed that he found the dog again. That his dogs made that dog up.
Well, that just goes to show you what kind of dogs he's got. So you have your hands full dealing with him and his dogs. So I don't know. I'll get more in depth with it or whatever, but I have a dog. I've got a pup, and we'll see how it does. I don't know. We'll find out though. And then, like I said, if they want to do it, that ain't a big deal.
Oh yeah.
I show them what it's like. Get that old brindle dog on.
I think it'd be real cool if we just did like a vlog on it. Just like every time we had worked the dog, recorded it, and basically had just like a video discussion of the notes and be like, okay, here's the progress. This is what I think. And then have it like when we go hunt and then film that and then basically have that whole compilation. I feel like that'd be real interesting. Just
be pretty cool to have. Just to have the whole thing.
I know just from like having handwritten notes, it's one thing. It's like when you go back and read notes that you wrote on your dogs, how they were doing a year ago or something like that. I know it's like, well, shit, I forgot half of this. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. And I know that happens for me. Anytime I've done that, I just wonder, like, what would the difference be in the video?
It'd be all right, like I said, but you'd have to do it and be consistent with it. That's the main thing. So, but once we get more in depth on that, we'll do that again. We'll get back on that subject on another episode. So I just, like I said, this one here, just want to kind of do a recap of the events of the week and the winners, and just a basic format of it. Say congratulations, and it was good to see everybody. And we're gonna do another episode as well, and have it. We'll do a few other things, but so I just, like I said, we just wanted to tell Jake, hey, we appreciate you. Thanks for everything you do on Pat. Keep rolling with it, buddy. Y'all are doing a great job. And thanks to Jay Bergeron and everybody else. Till next time, we'll see y'all.
Thank you.